Hello, hello, folks. Gonna get started in just a moment. Thanks for joining us. Who's ready for a fun stream? I am. If you play the game Apex Legends, you might get that reference. Who's ready for a zipline? I am. All right, shall we get started here? I think we should. Hey, DJ, cut the music. Hey, DJ, cut the overlay. Hello. Happy morning, afternoon, evening to you all out there in the internets. Welcome into another Snyk live session. I am Brian Clark. I go by ClarkYO on the internets as well. And I'm your host for this live session. And what we're going to be doing today is a little bit different. I'm not going to be really getting technical, although some of the stuff that we're going to see will have some technical, technical essence to it or technical content to it. But for the most part, we're just going to be doing more community-centric stuff today. This is something that I've done on my own personal stream before, and I suggest it as an idea as part of our Snyk Loves JavaScript event that we're doing this month, where we're focusing on all kinds of JavaScript related things from us that we enjoy and love about JavaScript here at Snyk. And I said, you know, this is something I used to do on my own stream. I haven't done it in a while. I'd love to do it. And the team was like, yeah, let's do this. Let's have a stream on that. So let me set the stage for you. On Twitch and on YouTube streaming, you can clip folks' content as they're streaming, and maybe something interesting happens. Maybe something, I don't know, funny happens. Maybe there's a blooper, or maybe you just learn something new that you're like, oh, I want to save this moment. What happened here, so that I can go back and reference it, right? So both platforms, streaming platforms, provide that capability, and it's great for all those purposes. And so what I like to do, or I was doing as part of this, was highlighting and promoting other streamers that are on the platforms streaming their content. And so we can kind of celebrate their wins or their fails or whatever you want to call it, and the fun moments and interesting things that they do on their streams, and then help to basically provide better discoverability of these live streams. Because getting into the weeds a little bit here, particularly on Twitch and on YouTube, when you're streaming on there, it's hard for there to be some discoverability for folks that might be just browsing. Like maybe your favorite streamer isn't online right now, but you do want to have a stream on up in the background while you work on other stuff or whatever it may be, your situation, and you just are trying to find a stream that would keep your interest. Maybe they're doing something that's of interest to you, or you just like the streamer, the host of it, whatever it may be. And it's a little bit difficult sometimes to find a new channel that you weren't aware of before. And so the idea with this is to help maybe bring some new streamers to your attention, so that you will have, more folks to follow, more folks to subscribe to, tune in when you want to tune in. So that's what we have in store for today's session. Really quick, a little hello in chat to some folks there. I see Gerald there. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for joining up. And -1 Vortex, good to see you too. Thank you for joining in. I hope you both will find some value in some of the stuff we're going to take a look at today. With that said, I have about 20-ish clips from 8 different streamers to show off today, but that doesn't mean we have to be limited to just the ones that I have kind of aggregated together for us. If you have more, please feel free to drop them in the chat, and I'd be happy to check them out and help, again, provide some light and visibility to other folks that they may or may not already have, but adding to it essentially. And check out some of the cool stuff that they do. And I want to learn of new streamers that I'm not aware of. So a lot of the ones that I have for today are ones that I'm familiar with, that I've tuned into before, or whether it's regularly or whenever my schedule just aligns with. They're folks that I enjoy watching or listening to while I'm working or just doing other stuff. and interacting and being part of their community. And that's what this is all about when it comes to me, when it comes to live streaming. The biggest value add as a streamer myself when it comes to live streaming is the community aspect of it. It's what drives me to keep streaming myself. It's what um, makes me feel like I have a place on the internet too. And the people that I've come into contact with via this mechanism have become friends of mine. There's some I've even met a couple people now I've met in person a little bit more prior to the pandemic, obviously, but you know, but I had the pleasure of being able to have the opportunity to meet people in person, which was like something that I never would have thought would happen. And had it not been for live streaming and the community around it, that might not have happened. So I just feel I'm really grateful for that, and this whole thing is near and dear to my heart, and so that's why I am really excited about doing this special kind of stream where we're not really getting too technical into things, but instead we're focusing on the community and how we can, just build each other up, kind of thing. So with that, to help set the stage a little bit more further, for folks that aren't familiar, the stuff that I'm gonna be showing is very, heavily focused on Twitch. Um, but that's not to say that you can't find folks on YouTube, that's a possibility. I'm not as familiar with, uh, streaming on that platform, other than people that I'm already subscribed to and noticing that they're streaming through my subscription feed. That's about it. Like, to me, Twitch Twitch has some better capabilities of, well, albeit discoverability on both platforms isn't that great. There's lots of folks that are more knowledgeable in this space that speak very in depth on the topic, but Twitch is slightly better in terms of discoverability of being able to browse a bit more and find streamers. Whereas on YouTube, I find it, maybe it's my lack of experience there, but I find it a bit more difficult to find and browse really any live streams that are focused on like programming. They really heavily focus on gaming right now on YouTube from what I can tell. And again, unless you're subscribed to a coding related channel on that platform, you may not know about folks that are live doing that type of content or showing off that kind of content. All right. So with that said, we're going to be focusing on Twitch. And if you're not as familiar with Twitch, um, you just sent, oh, hold on, I got a message in chat from Gerald that says, I just sent an inception alert on Twitter. Join developers watching other developers who talk about software development with Clarkio. I got what you're saying now. Yeah. I thought for a second you were saying there's inception on the stream. And I was like, what? Did I get something wrong? But yes, that's very funny, Gerald. Thank you for sharing that. And let's pop that up on the screen really quick here too. Um, so really for folks, a quick overview of Twitch that maybe aren't familiar with it. Twitch is definitely known for the gaming side of things. That's how it's been built up and it's grown significantly as a result of that. But there are smaller, more niche communities that have grown over time as Twitch has grown in general that stream content that's outside of just programming. One of the biggest ones is like just the general just chatting or IRL type of streams, in real life type of streams that happen. But beyond that, the next probably biggest one is like art and creative category that's on there. They use categories, which is like a game would be a category, like a particular game, but categories could be art. It could be just chatting. It could be the one that we're going to be focused on is software and game development. So if I really quickly add my screen here so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about, let's take a look at what we're going to be looking through to kind of get everybody acquainted with this. So let's make it a little bit bigger there. All right, cool. So this is the software and game development category. I'm going to drop the link in the chat for folks that maybe aren't familiar with this, whether you're on Twitch or on YouTube right now. But this is where I tend to go if I'm going to go browse and find new streamers, and you can see who's live in the moment. In fact, let's refresh it because I went to this probably like 10 minutes ago or so. So we're doing a quick overview of this so that folks can get familiar. And then you can browse through all the different folks that are streaming in this high level category, software and game development. Now, from here, you could potentially filter things down even more through what's called tags, and that's where this little filter box comes in. So you can focus on game development. Maybe that's what you're most interested in. general programming, software development, web development, JavaScript, and there's probably more. I think this just picks up on like what actually I'm not logged in, so it's not even picking up on like what my typical filters that I might go through are. But these are probably like the most popular ones I'm guessing that Twitch is offering here for this particular streaming category, software and game development. You can see there's 128,000 people following this and currently 2,500 viewers as we speak. So I might want to, I'm not interested in game development right now, or I want to focus on JavaScript. Let's see who is streaming right now that has tagged their stream with the JavaScript stream. And so we could see there's this individual, Sergio, who's doing some blockchain. We got FiniteSingularity doing hybrid mobile app dev, and then so forth, right? And you can kind of filter that down. So you can see there's not that many people streaming specifically JavaScript. That doesn't mean that there aren't more people streaming JavaScript right now. These are just the folks that made it a point to, when before they went live, or even while they're live, they updated their streaming category and tags to include that. So if we get a little bit more general, go to programming, I click on that, we can see there's more folks that are streaming under that category in particular. So that's just a real, again, I wanted to get everybody acquainted that maybe aren't familiar with just yet, of some folks that stream on the platform. And that way you can check them out and browse along yourself as well. And look at that, we're right here. There's us. Woohoo! All right. So that said, let's start getting into some of the clips that I want to highlight from some of the streamers that I'm familiar with and enjoy tuning into. Actually, before I do that, I see a comment from -1vortex. Off the top of my head, people I met and discovered through Twitch streams and raids are bdougieYO, ukmadlz, FiniteSingularity, togglebit, Nikki T Online, BaldBeardedBuilder, Jamesqquick, and of course, Clark. Yeah, thank you. That's good to hear. I appreciate that at the end there, -1vortex. But today's not about highlighting me, it's about highlighting other folks in the community as well. In fact, some of the folks that you have listed there, I already have clips queued up, but you gave me some ideas for folks to check out that I haven't seen before, or I didn't grab clips from ahead of time. So I'll keep that in mind. I'm going to pin that one for later. So to kick things off, we're first going to start with, as soon as I get my links here, we're first going to start with a streamer that goes by White Panther on the platform. So I'm going to I'll search here so that we can see this way. White Panther. So White Panther is a fellow dev streamer on the platform, does a lot of web development related content. And you can read more about them here. So White Panther helps developers build stuff, learn things, and love what they do. And that's kind of their motto. Or saying that I think that Salma even has some merch related to that as well. So you can find out more here. I'm going to do a quick shout out or I'll drop the link directly into the chat so folks can go check out White Panther. But I'm going to show some clips here from that I found that I thought were fun and interesting from White Panther's stream to help you get a feel for what you can expect when you tune into a stream from White Panther. So first up, oh, I went in the wrong view. I guess I'm gonna have to copy paste my list here. So first up, we have this clip. Now I don't know if the audio is coming through to you all. Let's double check on that. All right, I don't think it is, so bear with me just a moment here. Oopsie daisy. I'll get this sorted out very quickly. Don't worry, don't worry. Hold your horses. All right, I need my system sounds to go into that. And I think that should work. Double check. Can you all hear that now?
I love it. I love it. I need to write more code.
All right, we'll start it over.
Quality memes.
I don't know what it is. Whenever I see folks laughing, especially laughing that hard on a stream, I can't help but laugh too. It's infectious, you know? So double checking on the sound on. All right, hold on. We got to play it again.
Quality memes.
Okay, yeah, you can hear it. All right, so some context on here. So White Panther was building out what's this site, what you see at the top here, randomcodegenerator.lol. And essentially it's like you can choose what language you want it to be in, how many number of lines you want. And Salma's laughing at the like what's being provided here, which is pretty funny. Like if you look at the specifics of the code, handle click, console log schnitzel.
Quality memes.
And then remove thing 81, console log to do, refactor this. I don't know if she's published this yet, but great stuff. And then what you see on the side here, so this is some of the cool stuff I want to call out with people's streams, right? This beautiful, wonderfully made overlay using the White Panther like logo and stuff like that. Very cool, very on brand. And then on over here, which I think it's actually from another, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 95% sure that Salma's using a Twitch chat overlay that another developer streamer who we're going to see some clips from shortly, BaldBeardedBuilder, created out and just added her own styling to the overlay that's happening there. So when people send chat messages into the chat room, it pops up in these little, this little cool, smooth, slick animation, and it fades out for older chat messages and new ones that pop in over there. Really cool stuff, really slick.
Quality memes.
So I'm very curious. I wonder if randomcodegenerator.lol is randomcodegenerator.lol is live. It is live. Okay. Now I got to check this out. Okay. Need some code for your project? We've got you covered. Choose how much code. Choose your language. Bam. You got code. All right. I'm feeling lucky. Add method. Print. This is in Swift. Let's do JavaScript. Today's all about JavaScript. We want JavaScript. Invoke thing. Row this. Wait, this is like, wait a minute. Oh, it's C++. That's why. I want a little. Okay. Accelerate table. List undefined. Element equals self. For let J update target. Okay. This random LOL'd. Oh, there's a clip permit too. I built it. Oh, there's a video you can go watch here. Actually, let's go share that as well. So people can, oh, what was that about? UK Mad, good to see you, buddy. The project actually has a bunch of NPM modules that Panther shipped. Nice. Okay. What is this doing? I just want to copy the link. Windows. All right, here's the link in the chat for everybody to go check out that YouTube video from Panther. So yeah. This is really like when I came across this when I was just browsing clips, I was like, this is hysterical. We need to show this. We need to celebrate this awesomeness that White Panther created. So go check that out. Hope you enjoyed that clip. One more time, here's that clip. I have a couple more clips from Salma too. So.
I love it. I love it. I need to write more code.
I see it's evolved since then. I almost like this version better without the styling. I want some JavaScript. You just keep clicking it to get new. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. You got 9 lines. You got 11 lines. 10, a little, 6 lines. Handle unsafe. There you go. Check it out. And you can submit a PR to add more if you'd like. All right, cool. Next clip I got for you all, still from White Panther. Let's check it out. I find this quite fun too. More overlay. I have an appreciation, you'll notice or learn about me if you didn't know already, for the overall production quality of people's streams and what they put into it. And when you do fun interesting, engaging things that are just new, even if it's existing type of stuff, but you put your own spin on it. I love that kind of stuff. -1 Vortex says White Panther is a must-have in developer life. Yes. Yes. Frackberg, good to see you, buddy. Another work or over lurk day. Meetings woo, but hello. Oh, no worries, Frackberg. Appreciate you popping in. Thank you for being here. Have a good work day and appreciate you lurking. If you don't know what that means, you don't know what lurking means. It means you kind of just have the stream up, but you're not actively engaging in it. Maybe you're not fully listening to it, or you just have it in the background. Maybe it's muted. That's what lurking is about. So you're just hiding in the background, listening in. It kind of sounds creepy, but it's not. It's helpful. It's supportive. So thank you, Frackberg. All right. So this next clip we have from White Panther is titled "I Need Windscreen Wipers." So we're gonna watch it, and then I'll explain a little bit more, give some context for folks that are not familiar.
Snakes in the car.
Battle snake.
Oh, I need windscreen wipers for when it when it rains. I need windscreen wipers to push them out of the way. It wouldn't push them out of the way because that's too much coding to do.
Well, that sounds like a stream all in itself.
I mean, it's a project that needs project managing all in itself. That's what it is. Right, let's do another game. Snakes in the car.
All right. So one, they're in a car. I believe this is Sociable Steve. Like UK Mad, could you confirm or deny that? That's Sociable Steve, right? Another fellow dev streamer in the community. And they're kind of co-streaming. Exclamation point BS. What's that? And -1 Vortex says Twitch is best for that second 27-inch monitor. Yeah, right. That is Sociable Steve. All right. Thank you for confirming, UK Mad. So they're pair streaming here, bringing a guest on in a car. They're playing a game called Snyk, which I'm not too familiar with, but I've heard of. And what's being referenced here with the windscreen wipers, right, is some effects that folks will do, as you can see, is there's like this confetti.
Oh, I need windscreen wipers for when it
like the confetti that drops down. I don't know if Salma's intentionally triggering that, or if there's sometimes she might be. That's one way that folks can do it. Another way you can do it is you can have it triggered based on certain events that happen. If somebody follows the stream, if somebody subscribes, and so forth, that kind of thing. Or they just maybe use on Twitch. There's a thing called channel point redemptions as well, and people could redeem that potentially. So yeah, so that's what she's talking about there. And then it looks like it's raining on the car, kind of thing. So yet another cool experience that you'll have as a viewer. The backseating, the BS. I got you. Yeah.
It wouldn't push them out of the way because that's too much coding to do.
So there you go. Cool. All right. I got one more clip. This is one that I thought was kind of funny. It's about trying to reproduce a bug. Here.
Yeah, we can do that later. Shush. Get out of my face. I'm trying to fix a bug that I don't know how to recreate.
So I thought that was very relatable. We'll watch it one more time.
Yeah, we can do that later. Shush. Get out of my face.
I think this is more backseating situation too, right? So a common term with gaming streams is like backseat gaming, or when you're driving, you're a backseat driver, right? And somebody's trying to tell you how to drive your car. So in programming, same thing, right? Somebody, when you're streaming, is trying to backseat. Maybe you're just not in the situation where you need help from folks in the channel, in the chat room, to tell you how to program something, or you're just busy. In this case, White Panther's trying to reproduce a bug to figure out how to fix it and triage it more, right? So I guess somebody in the chat was like, hey, you should try doing this or whatever, and she's like, shush.
I'm trying to fix a bug that I don't know how to recreate.
So there you go. But I thought it was very relatable because, I mean, how many times have we all been there as developers where you're like, I don't understand why this bug is happening, and you're just sitting there like clicking and banging your head against the wall, trying to figure it out. So there you go. There's 3 clips. I'm not always doing 3 for every stream necessarily, but those are the ones that kind of stood out to me that I thought were fun to share. Again, that is White Panther, WHIT P4 NTH3R. We got a little leet speak and the username there. I'm going to drop the link in the chat again. Go check out White Panther over on Twitch. I mentioned she also has YouTube as well. I dropped the link to that. So it's also White Panther on YouTube. Check out White Panther on both platforms. All right. Next up, we have another clip. And again, if you have we don't need a limit. Don't be shy, okay? We're not limiting this to just the list of folks that I have come across and clips that I gathered for them. It's welcome for other folks to drop them in the chat or DM me. You might have to ping me, actually. I don't think you'll have permission to, but if you just mention the streamer's name, we can go check them out. All right, so next up I have is the clip is about successfully failing a test. So let's just go watch it first, and then we'll go learn more about the channel.
It's broken. We broke it. We successfully broke it. We successfully failed the test.
I love that. So the reaction. No, we just started UK. We started with White Panther, so you're in time to see Finite related clips. We got some Finite. I got some Finite queued up too. So this is not Polarin. This is Purplelf. Purplelf here does all kinds of development. But they particularly, so it's the one thing that I've caught them streaming about quite a bit is they work at Gumroad, which is a website or service that I don't know the specifics of it, honestly. But I've heard of it, seen people use it before to like sell courses or books and stuff like that. Content creators, if you will. And I don't know if this was particularly related to that work, but I thought it was quite fun to see the excitement in Purplelf's face and just the overall reaction to getting a test to fail when you expect it to fail, you know? So like one, writing tests, great to see, which is not commonly seen, myself included, where I don't always write tests for my code. And two, the funny situation of like you want it to fail when typically that's not what you would expect developers to want, right? So the reaction just is like the cherry on top as well with it all. So, and the other thing here that I'm just noticing now is something with Storybook, which seems to be, do folks in the chat, do you know about Storybook? I've heard the term before. I've seen people ask questions about it, like in my Discord. I'm not familiar with it. What is Storyboard about? Is it like Storyboard JS? Storyboard? Oh, Storybook, not board. Storybook. I keep saying Storyboard. It's Storybook. Storybook is great, but it's still using Webpack. The UI component, build component-driven UIs faster. Oh, okay. Muy interesante. That's very, very interesting in Spanish. Develop durable UIs. Really interesting. Okay. Well, today I learned. And it's made for React, Vue, Angular, web, straight up web components, Ember, HTML, Svelte, and Preact. Okay. Cool. So rocky development sometimes. Okay, gotcha. -1 Vortex. Thank you for that. Did I miss other things in the chat? -1 Vortex is, but it's perfect. Yeah, that's the clip. All right, so let's learn a little bit more about Purplelf really quick, and let me drop the link in the chat for folks to go ahead and drop them a follow. Let's pause that for a moment. So Purplelf is Maya. I love talking to people and putting smiles on the faces. Definitely put a smile on our face today, Maya. Thank you for that. And let's make your day the best it can be. So yeah, you can learn more over at the About page on Twitch, twitch.tv/Purplelf /about. And there you go. Go check them out. Another awesome developer streamer in the community. Next up, we have a good buddy, somebody that I know, and this is one of those folks that I was talking about earlier, where I met in person. Okay, actually, you know what? I might save them. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna skip ahead actually. All right. So next up I have is they don't necessarily always stream about JavaScript or web development stuff, but they have in the past before, and I think they're just an awesome individual that I've gotten to know through the community as well. And this is let's just watch the clip for itself. Oh, wait a minute. Come on. Hello, Twitch. Twitch. No, where'd the clip go? Oh man. I must have maybe messed up the clip link. Oh my goodness. I think I did. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it now. Let's see. Go to clips. Go to all time. It was a JavaScript related one. But basically getting mad at JavaScript. I lost it though. I just saw this. Those of you that know, if you know, you know. Let's zoom in a little bit there. Where was it? Right here. Right there. If you know, you know. Where was it? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Dang it. But basically, okay, so this is Layla. LaylaCodesIt on Twitch. Let me drop the link in chat as well. Layla mostly does, yeah, it's Layla -1 vortex. Layla mostly does a lot of C# and .NET development, as you can see from a lot of the clips here and the titles of them, ASP.NET, C#. But I know she's done JavaScript before too, and there was a particular clip where she was just getting kind of annoyed with JavaScript that I thought was funny. Because I was like, yeah, I get annoyed with JavaScript too. I don't know what is this flickering that's going on with Twitch here. In any case, you can go check out Layla. Layla's awesome. What's really cool, one of the cool things that I want to highlight about Layla's stream, her significant other does a lot of like graphic stuff, which you can kind of see here. So they helped Layla kind of create this really immersive environment and experience when you watch Layla's streams. So when Layla's just like kind of chatting a little bit and not necessarily sharing code just yet, she has these like 3D rooms that she'll sit in. Trying to find maybe a more recent one. Like, well, here's one that they did for Halloween. Let's take a look at this really quick. Or is Twitch just bugging on me? Yeah, none of the clips are working now. On Twitch. You doing to me?
Need a
There we go.
constructor. Oh, we've had a raid. Full stack live with 15 raiders. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Full Stack Live for coming and raiding in the Halloween room. Welcome with the creepy balloons and the crazy waffles and wowzers. Full Stack Live. Pseudo, make me a sandwich. Twitch raid, Twitch raid. Should be which raid today.
So you see all that? Like, that's wild. And then the camera is kind of like panning back and forth around within this 3D environment. So it's super immersive. And then she has like alerts and stuff like that that show up on the desk in front of her. Like, what? It's wild. It's so cool. Very, very impressive stuff. Like one of the highest production value streams that you'll see on Twitch in programming, at least, you know. So Layla truly pushes her 3080 to the limits. Yes, UK Mad. Yes. -1 Vortex says, if you're not annoyed with JavaScript, I have only 2 questions. What planet are you from and what are you trying to sell me? Right? Like even if you enjoy JavaScript development, which I include myself in that category, you definitely get annoyed with it at times. Definitely. So yeah, really cool stuff. There's other environments that they've put together too. Like, let's take a look at this one.
People use Quora.
Like, isn't this wild? And she's like superimposing herself in here.
Use Quora. Look, I can do shadow puppets.
There's a freaking shadow behind her. I didn't notice that before. There's like lighting effects on the camera result. How is this being done? You know?
Yeah, I don't know how to do shadow puppets. Someone will have to teach me shadow puppets. But the noise, I don't know why I was doing those noises.
But that was funny. The noises. Yeah, maybe it's Unity -1. I know. So the Layla's partner, Silicon Orchid, is the one that does a lot of that stuff, and they wrote a blog post about some of the work behind pulling that off. Here's another one really quick too.
So I'm just going to stay put
So
here.
it's like a little loft office kind of thing with great views, with lighting and stuff like that, and things pop up and down on the screen. So yeah, there you go, folks. That's LaylaCodesIt. Layla's, I think I believe she's still streaming. It's just been a little bit. Be sure to go check out and drop a follow on Layla's channel so you can enjoy some of that wonderful content from Layla as well. I'm going to try this link one more time for the clip that I was trying to get us to.
How? Because JavaScript
Yes.
makes stuff do shit like this. Urgh. Why? Why?
Why, JavaScript? Why? Why do you do this to us? So there you go. Check out Layla. All right, next up, I have... Well, here's the next link we got. And again, reminder, folks in chat, if you have streamers that you want us to check out and highlight on the stream today, please don't hesitate. Drop a link in the chat or just drop their name in the chat, and we'll be happy to browse the channel and help support and highlight and promote other folks' channels. All right, it's doing it again. Come on, Twitch. You're gonna. Don't you know we're trying to browse?
Is that correct?
There we go.
I don't know if that's the correct, but that's what this code's doing. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have Topasort. We have it implemented. That should be clipped. I should clip that and throw that up on YouTube.
You did.
I don't even know what to do next with this. This is amazing.
So that is bdougieYO on Twitch, Brian Douglas. And what was going on there, some context. I didn't see this one live, but basically he's using GitHub Copilot to help produce code for a particular sorting algorithm. One that I've not heard of. Have you all heard of this? Toposort? How did he say it again?
I don't know if that's the correct, but that's what this code's doing. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have Topasort.
Topasort built with, it's in JavaScript using GitHub Copilot. You were there, -1 Vortex for that one? That's awesome. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. I'm a big fan of bdougie, especially his content. I don't always get to catch the streams, but his YouTube channel I'm subscribed to, and I love when I see his videos come up in my feed. It was a fun stream. Sean's spaceship backseated fixed all the issues. Nice. That's good to hear. Yeah, a little backseating code when it's welcomed is good. It's helpful. I have a couple other clips from bdougie as well. I'm going to drop the link to his channel, though. Get started following and checking out bdougie's channel. So he has a copy and paste, and so basically describing what it's like being a developer. If you're not familiar with being a developer and you're wondering what it's like, my buddy here, bdougie, will explain.
This is how you code. You copy and paste. So you copy, and then you paste, and now you're a developer.
Done. That one had me cracking up when I ran across that one. You copy, you paste, and now you're a developer.
You copy and paste. So you copy, and then you paste, and now you're a developer.
Now you're a developer. Boom. Done. Get it. That's how simple it is to become a developer, folks. All right, one more clip we got from bdougie that I found fun is how to provide value as a junior developer. So this is more of like an advice type of clip that bdougie is sharing to his audience.
And then was this guy. So what's an example of a good pitch for a junior dev? And this is my response to him. I say open source is always great because the one thing is you can show value. And I think the problem that a lot of junior devs have is they don't have anything. They don't have like a history of all this work that they've done. They don't have like a large portfolio, and they don't show that they've worked on a team. Sometimes you have that. And that's how you get your edge, is by showing that you can work on a team and collaborate. And I think that's what you get from open source. But in addition to that, you also want to show that you can provide value pretty early on. So, oh yeah, I could have did this. Twitter, bdougieYO. Yeah, this is.
There you go. So I agree with the advice. When you're a junior developer, you need to you need to start building up that portfolio, that experience, and demonstrate that somehow. And open source is a fantastic way to go about doing that.
And then was this guy.
And
So what's the
yeah, so I highly recommend checking out Brian. He's great individual, shares great advice and content, and super helpful stuff that you're going to learn a lot from him. So again, here's the link to his Twitch. Check out, but he's also got a YouTube. Let's see. Click on here. I go to about. He should have his YouTube link in there.
Hi, I'm Brian, and this is my Twitch channel. And since
This
I only
is
have 60 seconds to convince you to hit that follow
let's
button,
watch this.
I'm just going to jump right in. This channel is a place where I code Tuesday and Fridays, mostly around JavaScript and React, and primarily in this one little project that I've been working on for quite some time called Open Sauce. Concerned, it's not a big deal that features got shipped
Oh,
to
the quality. Hold on, let me see if I can get the quality to work better on my machine here.
Hi, I'm Brian, and this is my Twitch channel. And since I only have 60 seconds to convince you to hit that follow button, I'm just going to jump right in. This channel is a place where I code Tuesday and Fridays, mostly around JavaScript and React, and primarily in this one little project that I've been working on for quite some time called Open Sauce. Concerned, it's not a big deal that features got shipped to the production before we were able to triage it. It was me. I did it. When did I do this? I did this on Master? Brian. That was weird. Yeah, it looks like I wrote a lot of bad code on this channel too.
I love his humor too. It always makes me laugh. Another reason why I like his content.
As well. So if you're looking for a channel where you can learn the best practices and tips and tricks and how to solve really hard problems, I don't know who's going to be able to give that to you, but it's not going to be me. So I just want to thank everybody for coming to the stream. It's been well. I literally cloned the repo and did nothing, and then I did a spell change or a spell check. So I encourage you, if you're interested in seeing me code, seeing the chat code, sometimes I will throw in a live share link where we can code together. My goal here is really making it easy and for people to approach open source as a developer. So be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications. There's also a notification bell too as well. And I will see you next time in the commits.
Nice. I like that trailer. Well done, Brian. His YouTube is here as well. I'd really recommend checking him out.
You ever go back and forth?
It doesn't show me a subscribe because I'm in an anonymous browser profile right now. I assure you I am, and it's well worth it. All right. So, really quick too, like I've been commenting on people's overlays and their overall production. I like the minimalism of Brian's overlay. I like the what's this? I like the color. I have appreciation for some of the gadgets that people have too. So seeing like that color gradient on the wall behind him is a nice touch and everything. Really, really cool stuff. All right. Next one up. -1 says, I think I'm familiar with that open source project. Yeah, open source is a pretty cool project about to help encourage people get in. I love the name, and it's very encouraging to get people into contributing to open source. Sorry, I was reading ahead now. All right, next one, another good buddy in the community that I find quite fun to tune into when I get the chance to do so. And let's just drop the clip again. Let's just jump into it with the clip. Twitch, and make me do like a hard refresh. Drop these clips in here.
I don't like how the hands follow. I mean, it's kind of a cool effect, but it's not what I'm going for.
So this is FiniteSingularity. Finite does all kinds of development. Much of it is in JavaScript, Python, and mobile development. But I wouldn't limit it to just that. He's done like hardware development too, which I have a clip related to that as well. So what you just saw there is like some of the effects that he's been working on more recently. Actually, this was 14 days ago, of doing some cool visual effects to him in like visually, but virtually to him on his person though somehow. It's really, really cool. Yes, Lumberjack. Yeah, I think I have a clip to show some of that. I'm not going to give it all away though, ukmadlz. I want people that are interested to tune into Finite's channel, follow him, and tune into his stream. In fact, he's live right now. Intent. Maybe we'll go raid him after this. Yeah, so this is just the tip of the iceberg. One of the more recent visual effects that he's done on the stream. Again, I love geeking out and nerding out over these production things that people do. Like it's one of the things that draws me into Twitch streams, programming streams too. Is like, yeah, I can watch somebody build the to-do app, and that's interesting and helpful and valuable in itself in ways. But for whatever it is, I'm just really into seeing cool things that people program for. It's very meta, programming for their streams, So yeah. Pirate Finite Singularity is your fave -1 Vortex. Yeah. The Rise of Geek Culture. Yes, -1 Vortex. All right. So next clip I have is well, I'll just let it speak for itself. That in there. I'll probably have to do a hard refresh to get it to play. Maybe.
Again,
Watch this.
to look at the code just a little bit. Oh, and here he is on his ship. Oh, he's got a treasure chest apparently. Let us see. What do you think, Captain Jack?
The bounty lies in writing a class. And don't ye be arguing with me, landlubber.
Apparently, we need to write a class, chat.
So that is just one of the what Finite Singularity calls clones that show up on stream. You can redeem them through channel point redemptions over on Twitch. Lots of fun, cool stuff going on there. He also has interactive games that play, that you can play against other people in chat. It's a fun time over there, and you learn a lot at the same time. Highly recommend checking out Finite Singularity. And I'm not gonna actually get off of this. We got a couple more clips to show you here to really highlight the overall experience you get.
Right.
Well, that one worked right away. I did a hard refresh a little too quickly.
Right down here, we're able to say, if we have a result and result.reason is completed, then uploads is completed and there's nothing we have to do. Otherwise, we need to do something to clean this up. And what we need to end up doing, S3 upload service has these objects.
So I don't really have the full context of this, but this is just demonstrating some of the code that he does on there, and how he does a great job of talking through what he's doing, so people can learn. All right, last but not least, I'm throwing this one in there. It's a little bit of self-promotion, but not totally. It's something that he did on his own stream. So
I'm gonna hit refresh again. So the browser is telling it to do this, and there goes Clarkio's creepy eye. Eyebrowing across the matrix. Holy smokes, it actually worked.
ukmadlz, I don't know why. If you're dropping a link in there, it's not going to let you. But if you want to just say the name, or if you want to DM me the link somewhere, I'll be able to grab it. We had to restrict that on the channel, so sorry about that. So I don't know if you caught this,
I'm
folks.
gonna hit refresh.
That noob. Okay, I'll check them out. I'll add them to the list along with a few of the folks at -1 Vortex mentioned earlier. So
Again.
that's my
So the
eyebrow.
browser is telling.
There you go. All right. Again, check out Finite Singularity. Awesome individual, very nice person. Lots of fun that you'll you'll have tuning into his stream there. All right, on to our next streamer. This is somebody that I've known probably the longest on Twitch since I've been programming on Twitch. Had the wonderful opportunity of meeting them at TwitchCon twice. 2 years I got to go to TwitchCon. Really, really nice guy and great developer, great stream. So let's just drop the clip for this so you can take a look at them as well.
And then if anyone in chat does ! playback, it should play back those notes with the 4-second sleep between them.
Get ready.
High five time. I know. We're playing. Twitch chat is making music.
So as he was just explaining there before I got cut off,
And then
Twitch chat is making music. I guess I through like the chat room. Actually, you see, I didn't catch this when I first watched the clip. All right, let's provide some context. One, this is Talk to Me Gooseman. Like I said, awesome person. Got to meet him in person. Really grateful for that opportunity and feel fortunate of that. Two, his overlays are really fun in terms of like it's interactive. Like you could see things triggering like the sound effects, the bars over on the right hand side of the screen there, playing with the music. And he tends to change his overlay quite a bit from what I've seen too, which is fun to see that freshness. So what he's doing here is he's writing code that generates music. If you're not familiar with this, there's a tool that the tool he's using here. I think there's maybe a couple other ones, but this is like the main one that I'm aware of and that I've used even. It's called Snyk. So if you go to snyk-pi.net, you can go get this software. It's free. It's using, I believe, like Ruby behind the scenes. Like you're writing Ruby code to generate the music, but you don't even need to know Ruby. There's an interactive tutorial in it, everything. It's really great. Highly recommend checking it out, and it's fun to play with. But it looks like what Gooseman here has done is integrate it with the chat room where they can send like different. Look at that. Yeah, I guess he's listening to the chat messages through this like socket or something like that, or some interface that listens to the chat room messages and plays it. Now, the other thing that I was just mentioning that I caught that I didn't catch before when I first saw the clip. So I've seen this before. Talk to Me Gooseman does this. Other streamers done this where like people that are in the chat room, they get these little characters with their names above them at the bottom of the screen. They kind of like hop around and stuff like that. So really cool stuff. But what really caught my eye there is Sam Aaron. That's the person that created this tool, Snyk, in Talk to Me Gooseman's chat and like kind of being part of the stream. How cool is that? You know, like the creator of a piece of software that you're enjoying, having fun using, tunes into your stream and is chatting with you about it and helping out. Yes, yet another awesome thing about live streaming programming or just live streaming in general that just, I don't know, it warms my heart. It's cool to see. So I got another clip from Talk to Me Gooseman as well. So he does a lot of JavaScript related stuff. He does Elixir. He does many different programming languages that he streamed about that I've seen before. But one of the other big things that I want to highlight from him is, and you can see the overlay change in this here. I might have to mute it because of the music, just in case. Actually, I wasn't thinking about that before.
So there we go. We have closed captioning native in Twitch.
I'm going to pause it here. So he goes on to just talk about this project that he's built with around closed captioning for streaming, which I think is super helpful. In fact, it reminds me, I got to double check that on my own stream now. Oops, sorry. Squirrel. So you could see in the top right there, just under his camera, Stream CC. That's a Twitch extension he's built that enables any streamer on the platform to get closed captioning integrated into their stream, so that folks that maybe are hard of hearing or they just don't have the volume up, they can't have the volume up. Excuse me, they can't have the volume up while they're watching a stream. They can still understand what's being spoken by the folks that are on the stream, like the host, in this case, Talk to Me Gooseman, or any other stream that might have this extension enabled. So yeah, he's done awesome work around this, building out an extension, building out other tools related to this to help support enabling closed captioning on the platform. So yeah, wanted to highlight that, point that out to you all as just another cool thing from somebody in the community. Here's the link to check out Talk to Me Gooseman. Probably show it up on the screen too for the recording, but I'll have these all in like the description as well, so people can see and check them out. All right, moving on to our next streamer. This is somebody that does a lot of very beginner friendly type of streams, along with some advanced stuff too I've seen as well. But I just love how welcoming the community is around this particular person's programming stream. So let's drop the link here.
You can turn on or off. For example, you can add a 1 pixel blur to the page. So if you enable that, any website you visit is all of a sudden just going to get a little bit blurry. Just it's subtle. It's subtle enough to drive somebody completely crazy. And another thing is you can replace all links on the page with a Rickroll. So now literally any link that you click, might have to refresh the page.
So this is CodingGarden. Drop the link in the chat and it's on the screen. I should have been doing this all along, so sorry about that for folks that are watching the recording of this. But again, I'll have the links in the description too. So CodingGarden here, CJ, really warm and welcoming individual, and does a lot of cool
You can turn on.
cool projects. This one in particular is one from a more recent stream from him, where he built out a browser extension that you can install and troll people with, and then you enable these certain things on, and then you can hide the extent. So basically, an April Fool's. It was for an April Fool's stream. He created an April Fool's tool that you control people with, which is really fun. I remember catching this one live, so it was really cool. You could see from. Let's talk about his overlay a little bit too, and when we hide the screen. On the bottom here is this little
Or off.
Twitch kind of fades it out whenever I pause this, but on the bottom is this little like land with leaves and everything, very on brand with the garden kind of theme. And what you can do is you can actually, I don't know if he built this one himself or he actually, how did I not think of InstaFluff? Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to check out InstaFluff. I'm adding InstaFluff to the list here. Another very similar vibes you get from that you get from CodingGarden, you get from InstaFluff. In fact, I've heard people. We'll get to that InstaFluff next. So I don't know if this was the one, this overlay graphic type of thing or game rather, is the one that InstaFluff built, or if CJ built this himself. I don't recall. But the idea is you send a command in chat, !drop, and it takes your avatar from your account's profile picture, drops it on the screen, and kind of bounces from side to side off the screen real estate until you land near the garden there. And then when you land on it, little leaf grows up. So you could see like the most recent one was from that GE93 was somebody that dropped there and grew into that plant. So that's a really cool and fun thing. You'll see that on some other fellow streamers that do programming on the platform. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about with InstaFluff shortly. Then he has like his own Electron app that he built. That's like a streaming tool that shows the Twitch stream on Mac OS as like an overlay on his machine, even, like on his desktop. And then he can do all kinds of like interactive stuff with that to manage the chat directly. So he's always looking at the same spot on the screen, and he doesn't have to like go somewhere else to see what chat is doing. He can work on what he's working on, show what he's showing, and see chat messages coming through on there. Really cool idea and cool setup that he's got there. Lots of cool tools he's built. Really, he's got a great YouTube channel. I believe that's where he started streaming, and then he came over to Twitch full time after doing like kind of streaming to both platforms at the same time too. So again, the link to that is in the chat, twitch.tv/CodingGarden. That's CJ. I do have one more link from him too. Actually, I have two more links from him. So goes in here and see what's going on here. Yes. So this is just I love seeing reactions of developers when they get something working on stream and it's recorded. And in this case, it's just awesome, fun reaction. Like, it finally worked. I think those of you that have some experience doing development, or even as you're learning, when you get something to work, it's just such a good feeling, such a gratifying feeling. So it's just cool to see his reaction to this. Yes. So, all right, one more clip from him. This is one where he's giving advice to his stream. It was in response to a question, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, the tricky thing is you really can only get the experience by actually doing it. And the other thing to realize is that nobody in the world knows what they're doing. You'll find a lot of confident people. You're going to find a lot of confident people in the world that seem like they know what they're doing, but they only kind of know what they're doing. So if you get out of that mindset that like everybody knows everything and I know nothing, if you just realize that everyone's just trying their best, faking it till they make it, it might help with that feeling. Because I definitely felt this as well. I mean, in my first job, I worked with a lot of researchers. So like here I am, this kid fresh out of college with a computer science degree, and I'm working with people that have like master's degrees in chemical engineering and mechanical engineering. However, I was an expert in writing code. They were an expert in doing their science stuff. So even though that they knew a whole lot more than me in some other domain, I still had my own expertise.
Very, very good advice. Appreciate hearing that from CodingGarden there. And yeah, I think it's spot on. I don't know if you caught that
I
too.
mean, the tricky thing is
mute it for a second. You'll see people dropping that game I was telling you about. Look at this little avatar of this individual that's dropping here. And then when it lands in there, it grows into a plant. Cool stuff, right? I think I'm leaning more towards he coded this. Oh, I don't know if he still does this too, but right next to that is this little breadboard electronics with little lights that are wired up, and you can actually send commands in chat to light up the lights too. I don't know if he's still doing that though. This is a bit of an older clip from 2 years ago, but there you go. So that's CJ, CodingGarden, awesome community that he's put together there. Be sure to check them out and drop a follow. Okay. We're going overtime. I don't mind. I got time. I blocked my calendar anyway. Let's keep going. I got quite a few more people to highlight. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
You ever go back and forth?
I do go back and forth quite a bit, Brian. Thank you. Since I was speaking of InstaFluff, let's go check out InstaFluff's channel, InstaFluff. And what I was about to say before, and then I stopped myself, so that we can just finish talking about CodingGarden there. InstaFluff has been described before as the Mr. Rogers of programming a little bit. And he's just a really kind person. Met him in person as well. I think once or twice maybe as well. So very glad to have had the pleasure of meeting InstaFluff. The link to check him out there and drop him a follow is there. I'm going to pop that up on the screen too. And let's see if we can find a clip. So how I would go about finding it. Well, one, you click on about to find out more about them, but then I go to videos and I switch the filter by to just clips. And then it's going to show the past 7 days top, but let's try 30. I generally, when it's like that, we'll go with all, and then we can see, all right, this is exploding butter. What happened here? I must see.
Everyone. Tequila Rose. Yum.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. So you know how the butter was melted, or well, not quite melted before? I put it for 30 more seconds and it exploded. Oh man, I'm gonna have to clean that up later. Oh dang it. Well, at least it's all melted now. But I guess the inside of the butter was melted, just not the outside, and kept the form. But okay, well, we have melted butter now. You saw it explode. Oh man.
So some context here on this one. In addition to programming, InstaFluff does all kinds of streaming. One in particular, what I believe is happening here, if I recall correctly, he does mug recipes where you cook stuff in a mug, and I guess he was melting butter for part of the recipe, and it just didn't quite go as planned in terms of melting it. So, but you could see layout wise, I don't know if he still has it quite like this, but he gives you that coffee shop, very relaxed, chill atmosphere and vibe that you get when you tune into the stream. Some stuff goes on this the screen here that's in the background. He shows what he's sharing in this very small window, which I when I first came across this channel, I was like, this is so small, how am I going to follow along? But it actually works out quite well. And again, like he's kind of superimposed into the environment, similar to how Layla does it, but just not 3D, more like 2D feel. So yeah, there's InstaFluff. Check out InstaFluff. Awesome individual. And highly recommend. Follow there. Right. Now, last but not least, that I was gonna highlight before getting into, actually, you know what? Let's check out some of the folks that you all recommended. So, who was it here? Let me scroll back in chat. We got -1 Vortex was saying, bdougieYO. Let's go check out ukmadlz, who's in the chat as well. ukmadlz, if you're still there, we're gonna celebrate you, buddy. ukmadlz. I've always said in the past ukmadlz because I would miss the L. My eyes would skip over that. So my bad for calling you out that way before. All right, let's see what you got clip-wise. Clips. Top all. Last year, Octopus. Let's see.
I'm going to do this once and once only for the internet. Octopus!
Very nice, very funny. Love the antics. What else we got? Crazy frog. I think that beats octopus. Wait, all right. Now I gotta see this one.
You know that horrible TikTok, Instagram thing? That's essentially Calm.
What?
That is the weirdest thing I've ever done.
I think so.
Oh wow! I think
I
that
think
beats octopus.
You regret everything? So there you go. I unfortunately one day I will, but unfortunately have not caught UKMad live just yet, but probably time zone difference situation here, but we'll do so at some point in time. So there you go. UKMad, what else do you stream about programming wise? JavaScript stuff. We got some JavaScript here.
Yeah, I'd love to have Luce Carter actually give me a
Yes,
run
there
through
you
on how
go.
to use Atlas correctly.
There you go. So here's some JavaScript related stuff, a chat listener, and whatnot. Although this is from 8 months ago, so maybe more recently you've done some different projects that you're working on. But feel free to drop it in the chat, buddy.
I wish beyond.
There you go. Fun experience. Love the overlay, like the branding you got going on here with the. It's hiding because of the link. The branding with the hair and the glasses, kind of.
Distract me now.
Whoa! What was that? Was that Matty Two Shoes singing to you? This is the newest member of the Backstreet Boys. Oh, nice. I don't want to get DMCA'd, so we're gonna hold off on that cover by Matty Two Shoes there, and move on. -1. You remember that stream? I opened Discord on a Friday for the lulz. Nice, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, who else did you mention that I may not have checked yet? Jamesqquick. Yes, Jamesqquick. Jamesqquick. Another good buddy. Streamed. Although, has James been streaming that much lately? I guess that's why it didn't pop into mind off the top of my head. Yeah, 6 days ago. How have I missed this? So James does a lot of interview style streams. So here's one where he had Cassidoo on stream there. Let me drop the link in the chat too for folks to go check out James's stream. There you go. Let's see. What's a good. So James is a web developer, does a lot of JavaScript. Look, he even had bdougieYO on the stream, and so forth. We saw there. Fit Fridays working out on stream. Is that what's going on there? What's a more recent one? Let's try top 30 days. Oh no clips in the past 30 days. Let's see his latest broadcast. What did he do? PlanetScale. So yeah, he's a developer advocate at PlanetScale. It's a database service. I don't know why he stream. Oh, maybe that's why I haven't seen him when I'm browsing. Because he's under talk shows and podcasts. This is the thing about using StreamYard. One day they will update the categories on there and allow you to choose software and game development. I keep pushing for it.
I want.
So you go. He does a lot of web development, JavaScript development, and lately with some focus on database stuff. Working on a Discord bot 10 days ago. Check out James. Awesome guy. And I'm pretty sure he's using StreamYard here, as you can see. You can always tell when somebody uses Stream. Not that it's a bad thing or anything, but like it just has the same kind of feel to it when you tune into somebody that's streaming with StreamYard. Even when you pay, so people will pay StreamYard to be able to do your own branding. You might have your own logos and whatnot. Like you see, we got our Snyk stuff here. You can still tell it's a StreamYard stream, produced stream. And I'd like to have more customization capabilities. I digress. Enough with that. Never say never. All right, and then I think you had togglebit. I don't know that I'm familiar with togglebit. I'm appreciating you sharing these with me because it's helping me learn of new people that I haven't tuned into before. Togglebit. Let's see. Clips wise, what do they got going on here? Past 7 days. Look at that. Look me in the eye. Whoa, what's going on here? Is this safe for work? Nice. What a cool layout. Very clean. Look at this overlay. Look at this layout. So this is the terminal. Oh no, these are chat messages. Wow, I love that. here's the text. I mean, here's the code. Looks like they're probably using like Vim or Emacs, or I don't want to offend anybody, but a terminal-based code editor. And wow, I love that layout. Very cool, very slick. Let me get the link to share in chat too. Thank you for pointing me to this, minus one vortex. This is why I wanted folks. I've been trying to encourage the community to send streamers and clips from streams that they tune into, because I'm only one person. I'm only gonna, be aware of and come across so many people in the time that I have to explore Twitch channels and streams, right? And and I have a certain kind of taste in what I want to see or what I enjoy, not what I want, what I enjoy streaming, or what I enjoy watching in streams or just listening to in the background. So yeah, this is awesome. Thank you. Togglebit. So check out Togglebit here. Great layout. I'm not familiar with this code, the syntax. Is this like C or Go? Minus one vortex. Do you know what they typically? Oh, Rust maybe. Maybe it's Rust and NeoVim, not just Vim. NeoVim. Okay. There you go. What did they stream most recently about? Rust, NeoVim, LFS, Butts and Buttercups in Rust. I don't know. I'm assuming those are like libraries or something. But what a name. I can't say anything about names in like that ecosystem, because in JavaScript it's like there's cucumber and just such odd names for things. All right, moving on to the next one that someone who streams making stream tools, Ghostly Tuna. Okay. All right, hold off on more recommendations. Maybe we'll do another one. If you all like this one, if you're watching this recording, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment to let us know that you enjoy this type of stream, and maybe we'll do it like a once a month type of thing. No, don't be sorry, ukmadlz. I'm just like, in terms of time wise, I can't stream as long as like maybe I do normally. But if you have more folks that we should check out in maybe a future stream focusing on this type of thing, yeah, I'd love to learn more about more streamers on the platform. All right, so let's go to that noob __ that 00 b __ that one. That was a recommendation from ukmadlz. All right. The only thing that worries me, but even InstaFluff had this set up where it's intended for mature audiences. I'm like, oh, this is like a virtual streamer. Nice. Okay. Let's go to some. So most recently, episode Meme Box, fixing queues with toggle media, drop and vote. Okay. So they like stream like every day almost. It seems like too. Wow. Awesome stuff. Okay. Clips. Let's do like 30 days maybe. Your foot their door. Chaotic bits. All right, let's see. Oh, I don't know if the music's gonna be okay.
There's so many. Come on, just land. Come on. I just need to land. Just need to land. Come on. No.
Look at this. The layout of the overlay. Oh, so here's that. What I was talking about before. InstaFluff built out this that drop thing, and so that noob is using it. It looks like it's like a different version. Where people drop in, they have different characters or emotes that might drop using an umbrella and land on a target, and then you get points for that. And then they're also doing this thing where it's like I'm not as familiar with this type of thing. So chat, you can keep me honest here. VTuber, yeah, VTubing, where you're like a virtual character, but it still follows your movements, and whenever you speak, it actually moves the mouth of the virtual character on screen, which is really, really interesting, right? So then they have stuff drop in when somebody did a cheer. Robotic head here did a cheer. That's the alert that popped up. And then they have the chat room like kind of skewed to make it feel more three-dimensional. I like that. And then I think they're using the chat from, I'm blanking on the name. How can I blank on this? Anyway, there's another dev streamer in the community that created this chat tool that shows it as like terminal-based text chat messages. Yeah, holy cow. There's so many streamers in the community that is. CM Griffin, yes. Oh man, we should highlight CM Griffin too. Oh man. All right. Well, anyway, I think we may have to do this again, considering how many streamers there are that I would love to highlight and show on here. So there you go. That's that noob. Let's drop the link in the chat for people to check out that noob. Maybe drop a follow. And thank you, ukmad, for the suggestion. All right. Now on to the last one that I wanted to point out for today. And that is the one, the only, the bald bearded builder himself. Another awesome individual in the community. If you're not picking up on this already, majority of the folks that if you're just browsing streamers on Twitch, like majority of the people that you're gonna find on there, they're just like super kind and like helpful. Like everybody's doing this for the ability to kind of just code in public so that people can see what the experience is like and learn together and just have a good time. It's just a very kind and welcoming community in general, let alone what kind of environment each individual streamer builds on their channels that they do here. So first up here we got is the BaldBeardedBuilder clip. Hey, Robert Tables, good to see you, bud.
You must be good at copy paste.
Oh,
Practice that Control C or Command C if you're an animal. Control V or Command V so that you can improve those skills. Number 4. You must understand how Stack Overflow works.
oh, Twilio raid. Oh my goodness. Thanks for the raid. Why didn't I not get alert to that? Dang StreamYard. I see it over on my other monitor, I think. Yes. Oh my goodness. That's so awesome. Welcome in everybody from Twilio's stream. Thank you, Twilio, for the raid. Good to see you all. How are you? What's happening? Chef Brent, Robert Tables, Surly Dev. I heard Clarkio's voice and was slightly confused. Too focused on my work laptop. Hey, glad to startle you, Surly Dev. Good to see you. What's happening? Welcome in. So you all are joining us. What we're doing today is a non-technical stream on the Snyk channel. We're doing Snyk Loves JavaScript kind of series of things going on, dropping content and whatnot. And those of you that are familiar with me, Robert Tables, Chef Brent, Surly Dev, and anybody else that maybe is tuning in, if you recall way back when, I used to do notable clips, like one stream a month, where I would highlight folks in the community and just learn and discover new streamers on the platform. And I let folks drop their names of people that they like enjoy watching and tuning into, or clips of those streams and whatnot. And that's what we're doing again here today. We're doing a more community-centric stream. We're getting onto the tail end of it. And we were just checking out a clip from BaldBeardedBuilder. So that's what you're tuning into. If you're interested in that you joined in on the raid from Twilio, hope you stick around. If not, no big deal. Have a good rest of your day, and thank you for partaking in the raid. Robert Table says, we were going over all kinds of big event remote production stuff for streaming. What you all doing? Yeah, nice. That's awesome to hear. Minus One Vortex, submit your favorite streamer kind of contest. Yeah. Snyk, develop fast, stay secure, discover new streamers. Very well put. Very well put. So there you go. Shout out to, let's do a show. Let's see if this works from StreamYard. Shout out to Twilio. Sorry, I heard something go off over on the screen. Shout out to Twilio. Go check them out. Let's see. Did it work? It did work. Look at that. Check out Twilio. Twitch.tv/twilio. Thanks again for the raid. You fine folks over at Twilio. All right. So back to this clip really quick here. Let's watch it one more time.
You must.
So this is Triple B. That's what we call him for short instead of BaldBeardedBuilder. Real name Michael Jolly. Triple B is telling us how to become a programmer.
Good at copy paste. Practice that Control C or Command C if you're an animal. Control V or Command V so that you can improve those skills. Number 4.
It would have been funny if you skipped numbers.
You must understand how Stack Overflow works. You
The other Michael from the other Birmingham. Yeah, yeah. Mike is the sweetest man alive. He is very sweet, very sweet. Lots of folks that we highlighted today, Robert Tables, I think you would agree, are very sweet. The most recent one before Triple B, we were checking out InstaFluff's content and stream and pointing people over there. All right, I got a couple more clips from Triple B to highlight so folks can get a feel for what to expect when you tune into a Michael Jolly BaldBeardedBuilder stream. And this is one, let me set the stage here, okay? This is one where I think it was a channel point redemption that people could do, or he was just doing this to himself. He's basically using, he runs his stream off of Windows. He's programming using Windows. And he's using the built-in voice assistant to do speech to text. And his experience didn't go quite as planned. Let's just put it that way.
delete word. Delete word. Delete word. Delete word. Delete word. Delete word.
Lawyer.
Delete word. Delete word. Delete word. Delete word. Delete word. Delete word. Delete word.
It's working.
Delete word.
Delete everything. Forget it. So again, lots of fun over there. I love his antics and his mannerisms and whatnot. And he's an awesome guy. And we have one more clip from him actually. Oh, I meant to point out there.
Our bug right there.
All right, hold on. We'll watch that in a second. But if you look at the overlay here, remember I was pointing that out from I forget who it was, but somebody else had, like, a White Panther has this, and I think one other person had this on their stream where they're using this chat overlay type of thing. This is the one that Triple B built in the many chat bots that he's built on his stream. So yeah, Robert Tables, Michael Jolly's new studio office and whatnot is it is off the hook. All right, last clip.
Our bug right there. We have spent this entire stream of 2.5 hours fighting that.
Feels bad. Feels bad big time, but also can relate. Unregistered time marathon in the chat. So yeah, that I think we all can relate to that in our experiences as developers. Like maybe you made a typo, you mistyped a word, and you spend hours, maybe even days, possibly weeks or months trying to figure out a bug in your code, and it ends up being a simple little typo. In that case, it looked like it was like a limitation. He's building probably a chat bot, I would guess here. Share screen again. And he didn't really, he's building a chat. The reason why I say probably chat bot is because he's looking at the Twitch documentation and the Twitch API. And it says you can subscribe to the same topic at most 3 times. So he's probably like trying to subscribe multiple times or something like that. I forget the context of this. This was quite a while ago. But there you have it, like just a little fine print situation where you might mix things up, just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. Time to PS aux grep stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Brain typo. Yes, Kidden. I've definitely been there. Brain typos. Oof. Spent hours upon hours. Robert Tables, oh lordy, that reminds me of when you had 2 instances of your bot running at once, hours wasted. You had to bring that back up, buddy. You had to bring that back up. I have nightmares about that. But yes, I do recall. And now I'm recalling too much of it and not liking that feeling. All right. So there you have it, folks. We went a bit over time, but I think it was well worth it. Again, I'll share all the links in the description of the recording of this, which will be over on YouTube. That is youtube.com/sneaksec if you're watching on Twitch. But if you're on YouTube, you're already here. Good to see you. Be sure to like the stream if you liked it. You got some value out of it. And we're going to have more of this. So some quick little things on the way out before we go. Be sure to check out, again, I was talking earlier about Snyk and how we're doing all this stuff around JavaScript and how Snyk loves, I love JavaScript. I wouldn't be here. You know, but anyway, snyk.co/JavaScript. Check that out. Link is in the chat. I'm going to show it up on the screen here as well. Boom, look at that. If you go there, you can find out more about what we have in store for you as if you're interested in JavaScript and security. With that in mind, I'm going to show you here on stream. You can see all the events that we had in the past. All of these have been recorded. They're up on our YouTube channel. And we are right here for today, May 19th. We have 2 more sessions in store for you next week. And I think there's even one on the 31st of May as well that's not listed here. That might not be part of this whole thing. That might be why, but it's still just as interesting. So next week, I'm going to be joined by Ron, and we're going to do JavaScript trivia again. If you participated in it last time, don't worry about it. You can feel free to participate again. We did it at the beginning of the month. It was one of our first ones, and we're going to do it again. We're going to have some giveaways. You're going to win some swag, some t-shirts, and you can test your knowledge of JavaScript. That's what we're going to do next week, May 24th. That's on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, May 26th, we're going to have a fireside chat with a panel of Snyk ambassadors. Me and Gerald, who was in the chat earlier, are going to be chatting with some folks that are part of the Snyk community, Snyk ambassadors, and talk about developer security. So for that one, you should come with your questions. If you have questions about getting started in security as a developer, bring it on. Bring it on. That's the time to ask. You can ask anytime, but that's especially the time to ask in that situation. All right. So yeah, there you go. And then you can check out some of the other content that we have. If you want to learn on your own, at your own pace, hands-on, we have some Learn modules that'll teach you about different security topics to be thinking about as a developer, some sample projects that are intentionally vulnerable that you can hack, and so forth. So be sure to check it out. What's this about? I don't think I've scrolled down this far. Oh, some open source projects, open source software that we're sponsoring, and so forth. JavaScript resources, all kinds of stuff. So that's what you get at that link, snyk.co/JS. Tune into the streams coming up next week. Drop a follow of this channel if you haven't done so already, if you're on Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe so you get more streams like this and more videos. That does it for this one today, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good rest of your day wherever you are in the world. We'll see you next time. And yeah, be sure to let me know if you like this type of stuff. Shoot me a message. Join the Discord. I almost forgot about that one. Discord is right here. devseccon.io/Discord community. That'll give you the invite to join up there. All right. Good to see you all. Cheers. Peace out. I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, we're going to go raid somebody. So stick around for that on Twitch.